Shalom and welcome. My name is Tom Howling, and today our Hebrew class is from Yehuchanan, or in modern Hebrew, Yochanan, and in English, John chapter 6, verses 29 to 32. And I'd like to thank you for joining us, and we do hope these lessons inspire you. So let us begin. And we begin by sharing with you the resources that are very useful in your study, and also a chart of the valve markings for anyone who's relatively new. So let us begin. And we begin, we're in 29. It's represented by a calf, which has a value of 20, and a tet, a value of 9. And we will go through the letters, as we normally do. Vav, Yod, Ayin, Nun, So, Fit. Yod, Hey, Vav, Shin, Ayin. Vav, Yod, Aleph, Mem, Resh. Aleph, Lamed, Yod, Hey, Mem, So, Fit. That's a mem at the end of a word. Zion, Aleph, Tav. Pei, because there's a dot in it. Ayin, Lamed, Tav. And now we will read that. Vaya. And he answered, and of course the root of that is anah, with a hay dropped off the end. And he answered, Yahushua, or Yahusha, Vayomer. And he said, remembering that when we don't have a pronoun, we can usually insert he or it. Alehem, unto them, with the hem being them. Zot, this, and I've added is, Peulat, the work of. It's sort of like a construct form with the tav at the end. And therefore we get down here pa'al, which is the kol verb to achieve, to work, to operate. And the translation being, Yeshua answered and said to them, this is the work. And so now we can read that. And it is Vaya'an, Yahushua, Vayomer, Alehem, Zot, Peulat. And he answered Yahusha, and he said unto them, this is the work of. And then we turn to part B, and we have an Aleph, Lamed, Hey, Yod, Mem, So, Fit. Aleph, Shin, Resh, Tav, Aleph, Mem, Yod, Nun, Vav, Vayet, because there's no dot there, Mem, Yod, Shin, Hey, Vav, Aleph, Shin, Lamed, Chet, Vav. And we read, Elohim. So it means the work of Elohim. Asher, that, ta'aminu, you shall believe. Of course, the root of it is he'emin, which is the verb to believe or to believe in, that you should believe. And I've given you the second person imperfect. Ve me. And in, so the vet is in whom. And me can mean who or whom. She, who, that he, and I've added is. In whom that he is, Shelacho, his sent one. Again, the O at the end is his. That's the pronoun. This is the work of Elohim, that you believe in the one whom he sent. And so we can read that. Elohim, Asher, Ta'aminu, Ve'mi, Shehu, Shelacho. Elohim, that you shall believe, in whom that he is his sent one. And so now we turn to verse 30, represented with lamed, which has a value of 30. And then we go vav, yod, aleph, mem, resh, vav, aleph, lamed, yod, vav, mem, hey, aleph, vav, tav, aleph, shin, resh, tav, ayin, sin this time because the dot's there, hey. And we read, va yomru, and they said, the pronoun is on the end, it's third person, and they said, Elohim, unto him. And the him, of course, is Yahusha or Yeshua. Ma, what, and I've added is, ha'ot, the sign. Asher, that, say, you shall do. Again, the tav is second person, but also imperfect. So they said to him, what then do you do for a sign? Remembering that he's already fed the 5,000, and they're asking now for another sign. And so we can read it. Va yomru elev ma ha'ot asher ta'aseh. And they said unto him, what is the sign that you shall do? And now we come to part B. We have a lamed, a mem, an ayin, a nun sofit, a nun, a resh, an aleph, hey, vav, nun, aleph, mem, yod, nun sofit, bet, kaf sofit, mem, hey, tav, fei, because there's no dot, ayin, lamed. And we read it. Let ma'an, so that nire, we will see. So down here I've actually put nun indicates first person plural pronoun future tense, therefore we will. We will see, and of course see is re'eh normally. That's the root there, to see. The na'amin. And the nun, we, amin meaning will believe. And we'll believe. Bak, meaning in you, with the bet being in and the calf being you. Ma, what? Tifal, shall you work? Right, again I've given you pa'al as a verb to work, to achieve, with the tav prefix as future tense, second person. And the translation for a sign, so that we may see and believe in you. What do you work? And so we read it. Lema'an nirek ve'na'amin bak ma tifal. So that we will see and we will believe in you. What shall you work? And now we come to 31, represented with lamed and aleph. And then we go through the letters. Aleph, vayet, vav, tav, yod, nun, vav. Aleph, kaf, lamed, vav. Aleph, tav, hey, mem, nun, sofit. Bayet, mem, dalet, bayet, resh, kaf, tav, vav, vayet. And we read it. Avotenu, avotenu, our fathers. Again, the nu is our. That's the pronoun. Oklu, they ate. Now, why is it oklu, not aklu? This is the modern Hebrew Kamatz grammar rule, to give it a short O sound rather than the A sound. So it's oklu, and this is third person as well, meaning they ate. Et grammar marker Haman, Haman the manna. So let's have a look down here. Manna it's a feminine noun. It means portion, ration, or share. And then we have Ba Midbar, meaning in the wilderness, because we know Midbar means wilderness. Ka Tuv, like written. So if we look down here, Katav is a past participle of write, meaning written, inscribed. And also Katuv can be a masculine noun, meaning writings, text, biblical text. And of course, katav is the kal verb to write. And then we have, I've also given you a kal, which is a kal verb to eat, to consume. And I've also given you avot, which is translated as fathers, but it can mean patriarchs or fathers. And the translation is, our fathers ate the manna in the wilderness as it is written. So now we will read that. Avotenu oklu et haman bamidbar kakatuv. Our fathers, they ate, grammar marker, the manna in the wilderness, like written. And so now we come to part B. We have a lamed, a chet, a mem sofit, mem at the end of a word. Then we have mem, nun sofit, nun at the end of a word. Remembering that there's certain letters that change their form when they're at the end of a word. Hey, shin, mem, yod, mem sofit, nun, tav, nun sofit, lamed, mem, vav, lamed, aleph, kaf, lamed. And we read it. Lechem, meaning bread. Min from ha shamayim, the heavens. Natan, which is given, la mo, to them. So mo can also be them. To them. Le'ekol, for eating. Now I've treated it like a participle form. So the translation generally is, like it is written, he gave them bread out of heaven to eat. And you notice that they're sort of making it like a singular form here, you know. Whereas I've given it, because I've looked at Shemayim as literally the heavens. It's like a plural form. And then I've given you down here, lamo, meaning to them or of them. That's a biblical term. And then we've got okel, which is a masculine noun meaning food, dining, or a meal. And akal is a kal verb, to eat, to consume. And we can see that it's changed its sound a bit there from the verb to the noun. And so we can now read that. And it is lechem min ha shamayim natan lamo le'ekol, bread from the heavens, given to them for eating. And now I've come to 32, which is represented with the lamed, which has a value of 30, and a vayet, the second letter of the alphabet, so it has a value of 2. And then when we go through the letters, vav, yod, aleph, mem, resh, aleph, lamed, yod, hey, mem, safit, yod, hey, vav, shin, ayin, aleph, mem, nun, safit, aleph, mem, nun, safit, aleph, nun, yod, aleph, mem, resh. And we read, Vayomer, and he said. Again, there's no pronouns, and because of the prefix, it's a perfect form. Yod is imperfect, but with the vav it makes it perfect. And he said, Alehem, unto them. Hem is like a plural them. Yahushua, or Yahusha. Amen. Amen. Truly, truly. Ani, I am. And we'll see that it can be used as I, but in this case, because of the following word, I'm using I am. Omer can be a participle form, which means saying, I'm saying. So bread out of heaven to eat. Yeshua then said to them, truly, truly, I say. That's how it's translated. And so we read it. Vayomer Alehem Yahushua. Amen. Amen. Ani Omer. And he said unto them, Yahusha, truly, truly, I am saying. And then we have, of course, now part B, the letters, Lamed, Kaf, Mem Safit, Lamed, Aleph, Mem, Shin, Hey, Nun, Tav, Nun Safit, Lamed, Kaf, Mem Safit, Aleph, Tav, Hey, Lamed, Chet, Mem Safit. And now let's read it. La, Kem, to you. Lo, not. Moshe, that's Moses, Natan has given, the perfect form, lakem, to you, et ha lechem, the bread. So I say to you, it is not Moses who has given you the bread, and I've given you also Natan, which is a kol verb to give or to permit, or it can even be hutan, and the nun's dropped off. It's a biblical verb, a biblical verb to be given. Only in a future tense it's used. So we will read that. And it is La Kem, Lo, Moshe, Natan, La Kem, Et Ha Lechem. To you, not Moshe has given to you, grammar marker, the bread. And then we have a mem, nun sofit, hey, shin, mem, yod, mem sofit, kaf, yod, aleph, veyet, yod, nun tav, nun sofit, lamed, kaf, mem sofit, aleph, tav, hey, lamed, chet, mem sofit. And it is min, meaning from, ha, shemayim, the heavens, ki, for, avi, my father, no 10 gives or is giving, because that looks like a participle form. So you could almost say, my father is giving. It's a present action. And so when they use gives, it means he's also presently giving. Lakem, to you, et, grammar marker, ha lechem, the bread. So the translation, the bread from the heavens, but my Father who gives you the bread. And so we read that. Min ha shemayim ki avi no tain la kem et ha lechem. From the heavens, for my Father is giving, or gives, to you, grammar marker, the bread. And now we come to 32D, and we have again a mem, a nun safit, a hey, shin, mem, yod, mem safit, hey, aleph, mem, tav, yod. Min, meaning from, ha shemayim, the heavens, ha amiti, the true, and it can mean the genuine. So the bread from the heavens, that is the true bread. And we see down here we've got emet, which is a feminine noun meaning truth, righteousness, justice, or true. Then we have emet, which is a verb to verify, to prove right, to confirm, and amiti, which as an adjective means true, correct, real, genuine. And so, now let us read that. Min ha-shemayim ha-amiti. And of course the translation, from the heavens, the true, or the genuine, or the real. And so we now come to our revision. And we see we've got a kaf. And we know that value is 20. And the tet, being the ninth letter of the alphabet, is 9. So we're in 29. Vaya'an, and he answered, Yahushua, or Yahusha, Vayomer, and he said, Alehem, unto them, Zot, this. And we could say is. Pe'ulat, the work of. And he answered Yahushua, and he said unto them, this is the work of Elohim. Share that ta'aminu, you shall believe, me, in whom, shehu, that he is, shelacho, his sent one. Elohim, that you shall believe in whom, that he is, his sent one. Then we have a lamed, which has a value of 30, and then we read it, Vayomru, and they said, Eliv, unto him, Ma, and we could say, what is ha'ot, the sign, share that, say, you shall do, or you shall do, or you shall make. And they said unto him, what is the sign that you shall do? And so we come to part B of 30. Le'ma'an, so that, nirei, we will see, the na'amin, and we shall believe, bak, in you, ma, which again is what, and we could say is, tifal. You shall, so what you shall work or perform, so that we shall see and we will believe in you. What shall you work? And then we have Lamed 30, Aleph 1. Then we read, Avotenu, our fathers, Oklu, they ate et Haman, the manna, Ba Midbar, in the wilderness, Katuv, like written. Our fathers, they ate, Grandmaka, the manna, in the wilderness, like written. Lechem, bread, min, from Hashemayim, the heavens, Natan, he gave, Lamo, for them. Le'ekol, for eating. Bread from the heavens given to them, and you could say he gave to them, but given to them for eating. And so we come to Lamed 30 and Vayet 2. So we're in 32. Vayomer, and he said, Alehem, unto them, Yahushua, Amen, truly, Amen, truly, Ani, I am, Omer, saying. And he said unto them, Yahushua, truly, truly, I am saying. Lakem, bread, lo, not Moshe, Moses, Natan, he gave. Lakem, to you, et grammamaka ha lechem. And the translation, to you, not Moshe gave, to you, grammamaka, the bread. Min, from Hashemayim, the heavens, Ki for Avi my father, no 10 is giving, Lakem to you, et grammar marker ha lechem, the bread. From the heavens, for my father, he gives or he is giving to you, grammar marker, the bread. And we come to 32d, men from Ha Shemayim, the heavens, Ha Amiti, the true, the genuine, the real. From the heavens, the true, the genuine. And then finally, we also come to our valve markings just to make sure that we fully grasp how to use them. Right now we see we've got a kamatz. And as you can listen with the sound of the name, the A sound is longer. Whereas in the next one, it's pa-tuck, pa. So the A sound is shorter. And then we have zere, a longer E sound, seko, a shorter E, shava. And that is the one that breaks a word into its syllables. And then we have cholam, that's the O sound, shuruk, a short U sound, kubutz, a longer U sound, and then we have kataf, segol. So we have the shava followed by the shorter E sound. Then we have chirik, that's the I sound. Then we have a kataf, patak, shava followed by the short A, and then we have a kataf, kamatz, the shava followed by the longer A sound. And finally we come to the resources again, and I would truly encourage you. They are so beneficial that when you study any of the Hebrew words, you can use this source. And it comes also in the New Testament. That's why we're dealing with the New Testament, the Brit Chadashah. And then we also have the Do It in Hebrew Dictionary, which may be a modern Hebrew dictionary, but it gives you the basic meaning of most of the words that you need to find out. So I just hope you use it. Now we have the values of all the letters, and as usual, we will randomly go through them so that we remember. Remember, we were using Lamed. It has a value of 30. Tet has a value of 9. Chet 8. Mem 40, Ayin 70, Zade 90, Tav 400, Resh 200, Nun 50, Samek 60, Yod 10, Gimel 3, and Zion 7. And this is just given to you randomly so that we try to remember the individual letters, what their value is, so that you could just see a Zion and say, oh, its value is 7. You see a Fei or Pei, its value is 80. So when we can do that, then at least we can use it to determine what verse we're in, or we can look at a word and work out its gematria, which is significant as well. So we'd like to thank you for joining us, and we do pray these lessons do inspire you to keep learning Hebrew and look at the depth of Hebrew. And we just want to believe that Hebrew is also, it also is the Lashon HaKodesh, which means the holy tongue. And so, or the holy lip, literally. Lashon is tongue, yeah, the holy tongue. And so we just thank you for joining us. And may Yeshua truly bless you this week. And may we see you again for more lessons in the Hebrew. Thank you for joining us. And Shavua Tov, a good week.